Good morning, guys, and welcome to day 2 of the Reading Rush. I just got done posting my first vlog. I still don't know how to make a thumbnail. I'm sure it's like super easy if someone was actually able to just show me how to do it, but I don't know anybody who could teach me how to do that, so I probably need to just watch a YouTube video about it and figure it out myself. Because I'm noticing that it's starting to really bug me that I don't have like good thumbnails. They all look crazy. It's just some random picture at the beginning. If it could just be like the first couple of seconds of the video, I don't think it would bother me, but it's never that. It's like some other part of the video. Anyway, so that finally posted. But I've been up since like around 6 and it's like 9 o'clock now. So my husband woke me up when he was leaving, fed all the animals, let the dog out to go to the bathroom. One of the cats almost had a hairball on the carpet, but I luckily was able to scoot her just a few more inches into the bathroom so she could throw up in the bathroom on the tile and that it would be a lot easier for me to clean up. And then edited the video, found a mistake, had to go back and re-edited it a little bit, posted it. That took a little bit of time. So now I'm just filling in my journal from day 1 because I didn't do it yesterday. I thought I would go back to reading like after my husband got home, like after dinner, that I would read more, but he wanted to watch Good Bones on Hulu, and I wasn't gonna say no to that. So we watched like 3 or 4 episodes of that before we went to bed, and I didn't read again. So here are my stats so far. All right, please excuse any typos or misspellings that you might notice while looking at the screen because I'm dyslexic, so I'm not the best speller, and I just don't always take the time to Google every word before I write it down. But basically, we already know I was reading 2 books yesterday. I got to 218 pages, roughly, I'm guessing, since one of the books was an audiobook, and I got over halfway through it, so I Googled how many pages were in that book and then split it in half. I don't think either one of these books are going to be 5-star books for me. It's kind of hard for me to gauge how many pages I read, like, or listened to at a time with Practical Magic, so I just put it in one bar. And then the challenges, I did complete a lot of challenges. So even though I feel like I was really weak here with the amount of pages I read, I completed a lot of challenges. So I'm going to flip to the beginning of this. So here we go. Yeah. So I haven't completed any of the reading challenges because I haven't finished a book yet. However, I did recreate a book cover on Instagram, so there's a check there. And then for the video challenge, I did my TBR already back on the 9th. And I made a reading vlog yesterday and posted it this morning. And then I did one of the bonus challenges was making a beverage. Obviously, I edited that a little bit for myself. And then when you look at the badges, I'm going to decorate these, or like maybe if I'm lucky, I'll print out the logos and like glue them in there or something, but I'm going to decorate these. But right now I'm just putting dates down on the ones that I've already done. So I've got 4 of the badges and I have those on my app as well. Haven't filled out that page yet. And then obviously I filled out this page with my plans for today. I want to finish Practical Magic today. I don't think there's any reason not to with the chores that I have to do. I should be able to listen to the rest of that book and then start my second audiobook. Now that I am thinking about the stuff I have to do, I have a feeling I'm going to want a 3rd audiobook before the end of the week. And I believe the book club book is available as an audiobook. So I might pick up a bonus book. And then I did fill out some of the stuff in the back. So I decorated that a little bit. Nothing crazy, just with my markers. And then I did the word search, which was fun. And then I did the crossword, which the only thing I can't get is number 6, which has to do with the Book Thief, because that's the one book on this that I've never read and I don't know anything about. And I think I have a copy. Would it be cheating if I just went and looked at the book in my library? Because I haven't read it. Like, I asked my husband, like, should I just go look it up? That would be cheating, right? And he's like, yeah, don't Google it. But maybe it's not cheating if I just go look at the book. I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you think that's cheating. And I did a couple of these, but obviously not all of them. So And that's, I think, about it. Yep. I don't know if you can hear that, but my cat is meowing. So I'm going to start off by seeing if it's still cool enough to go read outside. It wasn't too bad when I took Oliver out to the restroom, but that was like around 7, and now it's past 9 o'clock. So yeah, I'm not so sure. So I'll peek out there, and if so, I'm going to continue reading the Super Mutant Magic Academy. If not, I'm going to like just sit down in bed and get comfortable and start reading probably Animal Farm. And then when it's time to I feel like it's time to do some chores, I'll go back to Practical Magic. I think I'm going to try to pay attention to Instagram as well to see if I can do another one of those read-ins. I did one yesterday, and I don't think I mentioned it in the vlog, but the first time I was outside with Oliver reading on the back porch, I had stumbled across one of the read-ins right when I had gotten home, and so I listened to it, and then it was still going by the time I got outside. So I participated for a little bit and read with them during part of that. So I'm going to see if I can catch one at the beginning, because I know they answer questions, and then they read for maybe 5 or 10 minutes, and then they answer more questions. And there might be different hosts today too. The only thing I haven't checked out is the Twitter sprints. I have a Twitter. I just don't really use it because I think Twitter is just not great for my mental health. But I know. I never canceled my Twitter or got rid of it or deactivated it. So it's still on my phone. I just never use it. So I might peek on there and see what's going on with the Twitter sprints and what that exactly entails, because I haven't really paid attention to that at all. And then I think the challenges for today both have to do with dressing up. And one was cosplay your character. So I'm reading Practical Magic. I put my hair in braids because that's one of the things that Sally does in the movie. I don't know if she does it in the book. They don't really talk about her hairstyle on a regular basis in the book, but she does wear her hair in braids for the Midnight Margaritas scene. And I think she's in her pajamas, which I am still in my pajamas. So I might participate in that. I don't know if I want to put a picture of myself like that on Instagram, but we'll see. Oh, the bonus video challenge is match an outfit to one of your books. So also has to do with clothes. And it's a bonus one. You're not going to get a badge for that. But I think I might do that too. That one might be easier. Maybe not. We'll see. We'll see if it's easier or not. All right. See you in a little bit. So I'm using an old cookbook to replicate a photo from Practical Magic. And it's not the Midnight Margarita photo because I couldn't find that one. So I went ahead and did the part where Sally finds out that her husband has passed away and she wants the aunts to help her bring him back. So I'm using this cookbook as a prop. And then you already saw that I braided my hair, but I changed into this fuzzy sweater that looks a lot like the fuzzy sweater that she was wearing. She was wearing a V-neck. Hers was light blue. I don't have a light blue V-neck, so I put on a white V-neck. And then I'm just trying to pose like her because she's at the island in her kitchen. So that's the best I can do. I'm no expert at cosplaying. So yeah, so I'm going to go post that. I'll show you the photo here, but I'm also going to post it on Instagram. And then that can be another check mark for one of the challenges. And now that I'm done listening to the Books on Bucket podcast, I am going to go actually read something with my eyeballs. So all right, so I'm checking in. It's been several hours. I can't remember exactly what I said, but I think I might have led you to believe that I was going to read with my eyeballs for a little bit. Well, that was a lie. That did not happen. I ended up continuing to listen to Practical Magic. I made myself lunch, and then I had back-to-back meetings with my school. So one was a team lead meeting, and one was a full campus meeting, both virtually on my computer. And then I had to relay a bunch of information to my team since I was a team lead. And then after that, I called benefits and talked about my maternity leave and got a bunch of information there. I got some really good news about my maternity leave. And then talked to my mom for a bit. And And that all took a lot. Like, that was a long period of time. The meetings were both, I think, an hour long. When I went to call benefits, my phone, like, I live in a dead zone, and I had to walk to a park in order to make a phone call and restart my phone in order for me to make that phone call, and then walk all the way back home in order to get on my laptop and use the Wi-Fi to do the stuff that the gal told me to do online. So there's that. But yeah, so update on my actual reading, since this is supposed to be a reading vlog. So I'm listening to Practical Magic, and I'm starting to dislike it. So I'm in the third section of the book. The first two are fine. The third section starts to turn into like a romance novel, and not like a great one. And I don't really enjoy listening to romance novels if I was going to read one. And it's all about Jillian and her love interest, which, if you've seen the movie, Jillian doesn't really have a love interest. I mean, she has an awful boyfriend, but I wouldn't call him a love interest. Sally, on the other hand, has a love interest in the movie. And I don't like where this is going. And I hope, I don't know. Like, obviously I'm biased because I saw the movie so many times, and obviously I saw it first. And it's one of my top favorite movies. It's like my second favorite movie of all time. I would say Little Women from 1994 is my first favorite movie, but Practical Magic is probably number 2. And so taking this book and what the script writer did with it was excellent, in my opinion. And I don't often say that. Usually it's always, oh, the book is better, the book is better. I don't know if the book is better in this case. It's different. It's not bad. The third section really switches it up, though. So, I don't know. I did try to read outside. Like I said, I was going to try. I went out there. I read a handful of pages of Super Mutant Magic Academy, and I think I got to, like, I was on page 75. I got to page 96, and then it was just too hot. Maybe part of the problem was I took Oliver with me, and it was just too hot for him. He was panting, and he was sitting in the shade still, and I was like, this is not good, so we need to go inside, cool down. So I gave up on that book for now. Didn't even touch Animal Farm because of all this work stuff. So now I'm done with that. I feel like I accomplished some stuff today in my work and personal life, and now I need to go back to focusing on reading. So with that said, I have to do the dishes soon, so I think I'll continue listening to Practical Magic. Once the dishes are done, I need to hop back on my laptop, and I have to make a chart for my principal for scheduling and explaining scheduling to parents, so it's like really easy to understand. Like, when we normally make schedules, it's like, as long as the teachers understand it, that's all that matters, because the teachers will explain it to the students at school. But now that it's all digital, like, the students need to really truly understand their schedules, and if they're little kids, like, their parents need to understand their schedules so they know when to hop on Schoology and what class they need to click on. And so I need to make a chart with the codes that are in the grade book, translating them to the name of the classes, since I'm in charge of electives, to make it really parent friendly and student friendly so they totally understand what's going on. And that way it'll reduce the number of emails I receive questioning me about what all this means. So I'll probably listen to Practical Magic while I do that. And then once my husband gets home, I can't really listen to audiobooks very easily unless he's watching UFC and I go in a completely different room. But I like to spend time with him unless he's watching a fight. So in that case, that might be it for today. It might be a really weak day. I might try to read before bed, though. Like, I'd like to at least read the first chapter of Animal Farm before I go to bed. So we'll see. No promises at this point. No promises at all. This might be like a really short vlog too, because I didn't even show you what I made for lunch, which was super boring because I made the exact same thing I made for dinner, except no shrimp, because I can only have fish like 3 times a week, and I have to like measure the amounts so that I don't go over a certain level. So it's just like a vegetarian sushi bowl, or like a poor man's poke bowl, or whatever you want to call it. That's all I got for you. See you in a little bit. Okay, I'm back, and it's only been a few minutes. I didn't do anything productive. I put some clean dishes away. So I forgot to tell you, that I went ahead and bought the book club book. I think it's called Such a Fun Age, on audiobook. So when I run out of audiobooks, because I've got 2 picked out for this readathon, if I run out of audiobooks, I have a 3rd one as a backup. I'm not sure if it applies to any of the challenges. So it could replace something else on my TBR. It may not work for anything at all. However, it would count towards the reading 7 things. I don't know if I'll ever read 7 things in a week. I don't know if I can do that unless they're picture books. Second thing I was going to tell you is I participated in the live read-in via the Patreon for Books Unbound. So they did that on YouTube, and so I listened to that, and then when they were reading, I paused it and played Practical Magic while I was on my computer reading emails. Yeah, it's pretty weak, but that's what I did. Third thing, I just found out there's another live read-in, this time on Instagram, and it was with Lena Norms, and I missed it. And if you watch my TBR, I picked her poetry collection as one of the things to read, and I missed her hosting the read-in, and that was at 3. I don't know if it was I think it was my time, 3 o'clock my time, which would have been an hour and 25 minutes ago, and I missed it. But I would have just been getting out of a faculty meeting then, so I don't know if I could have made it anyway, and I would have had to not make those phone calls to benefits before they close their office. Oh, and I think the other thing I mentioned earlier that I didn't do was look at Twitter and see what the Twitter sprints were like. Nope, didn't do that at all. No. All right, so I'm gonna stop now. I need to do all these dishes. Okay, so these are the dishes I need to get done before I start cooking dinner. I don't know if you guys are like me, where I really don't like cooking in a dirty kitchen, and I know that at least 3 of these pans I'm gonna need to make dinner. So these all need to be cleaned up and put over there so that I can make dinner in a clean kitchen. And they're done. I finished the dishes. Looky me. All right, so the book is getting a little bit better now that we're not focused on Jillian's love story so much. We've switched to Kylie's perspective, which is the youngest daughter in the book. The oldest daughter in the movie, but the youngest daughter in the book. Now I need to go work on that chart. Yep. All right, so this is the final check-in of the day, and then I'm gonna call it quits and go to bed. So my day was not very successful when it comes to the readathon. I only read 92 pages. However, I did complete the Instagram challenge, and I participated in another read-in, but that was about it. Obviously, I'm doing this vlog, so that helps. That counts towards something, but only 92 pages. That's not a lot, especially for having the whole day to try to squeeze in more time. I had way too much stuff at work that I ended up doing. So I did get a lot of stuff done, just not a lot of reading done. Tomorrow is pretty open because I got so much done at work. The spreadsheet did take a lot longer than I thought it would, but it looked beautiful when it was done. So the only thing I really need to do tomorrow related to work is go into town and turn in some paperwork for my maternity leave, and that's about it. So other than that, I should be able to get more reading done. The nice thing about tonight is my husband brought home takeout because apparently it's National Takeout Day, or so he heard on the radio. Correct me if I'm wrong. But so I did all those dishes, and then we didn't dirty any dishes because we didn't cook anything. And that was lovely. So I'm gonna head to bed now. We ended up watching some TV while I was still working on the computer because I just finished like a little bit ago. So it's bedtime here. So if I want to get up early and get some stuff done, I gotta go. which means I'm probably not going to read before I go to bed. So that hope of reading some Animal Farm, just it's not going to happen tonight, but I'm going to make it a priority tomorrow. So that's it. That's all I got. The only other bad news is I didn't do the YouTube challenge, but it's a bonus challenge and there's no designated date for it. So theoretically I could do it tomorrow and it would still count. There's no limit on that. So I can try to do that tomorrow. All right. See you guys later. Bye.